When I think about whether or not video editors will get replaced by AI, my honest answer is yeah. In the future, for the most part, most of them will. However, there are certain things that AI can't do that only a certain elite level editor will be able to deliver on, and they won't be replaced by AI. We already see a lot nowadays, these video editing apps, and a lot of creators use them, but the serious creators, the ones who really want detailed work, they don't use them. And that's because the AI can't deliver on detailed, branding consistent work. Where somebody has a project where they need true creative control, that's not getting replaced anytime soon. My name is Mark Jonathan Romero. Over the last 7 years, I've edited over 1,023 videos, and I'm actually a fan of implementing AI in my workflows and being on top of the wave. And in this video, I've outlined the 3 things that I believe all creatives need to future-proof themselves and not get replaced by AI. Point number 1 is having a solid foundation. The biggest weakness in AI right now is the lack of detail, the lack of control over your project. There's no amount of prompting that's gonna be able to give you the complete control that you have if you actually know the software. That's where we come in as creatives. The creator has the vision, we have the know-how, and we can bridge that gap if we have a solid foundation on the software. If we rely too much on AI, then we can't make that vision come to life. However, if you can learn how to use AI in your already solid foundation workflow, you can supercharge your work and allow you to create things that are mind-blowing. Let's move over here really quickly. I wanna make sure that I have some good lighting. Let's take a look at this thumbnail workflow that I use for Imagine Art AI. What I do is I start in Claude. I have a reference and I have Claude give me a mathematical advanced prompt so that I can feed that into Imagine Art. In Imagine Art, I use a picture of my real face so that I don't get that warped, funny looking AI face. Also, shout out to Zane Hoyer for this thumbnail workflow. I think it was really good. I added a little bit of my own sauce at the end, which I'll explain. When I run it, you can see that AI just simply isn't good enough to do all of the heavy lifting and all the work nowadays. No matter how many times I made this prompt, I couldn't get my face right. So I had to take it into Photoshop, add my real face, add dodge and burn, add vibrance, whiten my teeth, whiten my eyes, change the background, and make it exactly how I wanted. Now, without the AI, I would not have been able to make this beautiful thumbnail. But the thumbnail wasn't made with AI alone. I had to have a solid foundation in Photoshop to pick up where AI couldn't do. And that's where your superpower is. Knowing the AI, knowing how to actually run the software, it's a good thing. Point number 2 in this process is having an area of expertise. You see, these AIs are trained on things that they find on the internet. But if you have an area of expertise, a specific style that AI is not trained on, there's no way that it will be able to create what you can create. For example, there's this awesome girl on Instagram. I'll put some of her videos up, and she makes these beautiful 3D glitchy effects that are oozing with personality. There's no amount of prompting that can do this, and it makes me think, if you can develop a signature style, people will literally seek you out because there's nobody else on the internet that can do what you can do. You're not gonna win in this new era by being able to do what everyone else can do. There's already apps that add captions, they have these flash effects, they have these zoom. This basic style of editing is gonna get picking up. But if you can develop a signature style, you're future-proof. And this doesn't have to mean that you have to go pick up the most niche kind of style that you can. Find something online that inspires you, that makes you think, man, that looks amazing. And then find time when you're not doing some of your other projects to learn that. That's exactly what I'm gonna do moving forward. I think it's gonna pay off well.
Adding on to that, I wanna give you an example between the AI edits and having your own personal style. So here we have a plugin called Auto Edit made by a good friend Devin, and we see here that it's powered by Claude. And if I say, I already typed it in, please create an emotional style cut, and I say I want this to be a TikTok talking head in a cinematic style, it's gonna go ahead and edit a rough cut for me. If I say here I want this kind of caption and just generate that up, it's gonna go ahead and do that in the nick of time. I mean, you've seen it's probably taken me less than 5 minutes. And I say done, insert the captions, and here we go, let's press play. The Lorax was right. They say by 2050, the average couple in America is going to need help having kids. That means that fertility will be so low because of all the microplastics, all the junk that we're putting in our system. It has the captions, it has the highlighted text, and we did that in seconds. Now let's take a look at the version that I edited. Man, the Lorax was right. They say by 2050, because of all the microplastics and all the fertility problems that we're having, the average couple is going to need help having kids. Not just that guy. On my version, I have a dreamy filter, I have the B-roll. This is gonna give me a cut based on my words, and if I wanted to, I could put my own font on here. I could change up the fonts as well. But the main point is that if you have an irreplaceable style, that's not going to be able to be replaced by the AI. I could see soon that a video editing agency might not even need a huge team of editors. They might just need 1 or 2 guys who know how to run the software and use the tools, and that's it. If you're interested in this AI suite, I'm going to leave the link down below. They can do music videos and stuff like that too. But we're going to keep it rolling to point number 3.
And point number 3 on how to not let AI take you over is to be flexible and be human. There's no need to be worried or stressed as a creative in this world, because if we're keeping it real, we have an advantage. There's tons and tons of business owners and people who need creative, and they are not able to do it themselves. So we're in a unique position of power to where people are gonna have to come to us to get their ideas through. It's almost like the gold rush, where the people who got rich during the gold rush, it wasn't the people going after the gold, it was the person selling the shovels, and it was the person selling the gold. We are in a unique position here because we are selling the shovel of creative to the people who are going for the gold rush of content creation. Basic stuff like captions, cuts, let AI have that. We need to specialize in the things that AI can't do, like evoking emotion, human emotion, evoking connection, human connection, and the detailed, more hard work like motion graphics and all of that other jazz. Being flexible just comes down to being open to using all of the new AI tools and all of the things that are coming out, because it can not only empower you to create better and faster, it's going to allow you to create easier too, and handle more clients, handle more projects, and come up with new ideas that you didn't think of before. Use them to supercharge what you're already doing and strengthen your weak points. For example, one of my weak points is 3D design. I don't know how to use Blender and all of that right now. So I got the AI to make that for me. One of my strong suits was Photoshop. One of my weak points was 3D. So I bridged that gap with the AI. And here's another point. If you are really good at 3D, you could have made the model that I made with the AI, and you would have had full control over it. You would have been able to make videos with it. You would have been able to make animations with it. I can't do that right now. So you can see very quickly how knowing these softwares gives you a huge advantage, because people who are looking for detailed, specific work need to seek you out. They can't do it themselves. And being human is a reminder to, no matter what you're doing in your work, add your personal taste, add your personal flair. AI will never be able to replace human connection. It will never be able to stand in front of a stage and tell people, I've been what you've been through. And in the creative editing world, that means that your videos, the projects that you make, the connection that you inspire with the viewer, that is uniquely you. Your creativity, your quirks, your favorite music and songs, the video games that you like, all of these things are things that you can infuse into your work and make you stand out. In every project that you do, make sure that you spark an emotion inside of yourself, because if you can't spark an emotion inside of yourself, you're not gonna be able to spark an emotion inside of others. If you like the motion graphics in this video, I used my educational motion graphics pack. It's gonna give you that professional educational look in literally seconds. You don't have to be stressing over motion graphics, all of that. And if you want to go more in depth on how to spark emotion out of people, click this video right here next to my head.
Can a robot write a symphony? Can a robot turn a canvas into a beautiful masterpiece? Can you?
I'll see you soon. Peace out. God bless.